making meaningful dashboards out of the data is what differently stands out after Elastic entered AutoZone. We're trying to make sure that whatever vertical we support in terms of offering has to be consistent experience for the customer, no matter how they interact with AutoZone. We always look for better customer service and that same consistency across the board. We had 7,000 stores sending their logs to random VMs across our data center, and then we don't have a single pane of glass to monitor and authorize those transactions. We never had that in-depth visibility of what an app is doing from a transaction perspective or from a metric perspective. If I had to put a number on it, it's maybe 3,000 plus apps at any given point. I would think at least 50% of them are being monitored, and most of that 50% apps are coming from sort of cloud native technologies like Cloud Foundry or microservice based architectures. Our journey with Elastic started with the free open source installations, and then eventually we got liking from the business. We got more people sitting on it, and then we eventually had to scale it up to a point, and then we moved on to Elastic Cloud Enterprise, which is an enterprise version of Elastic, and then from there on we were on Elastic Cloud for more flexibility and performance standpoint, scaling up, scaling down. So yeah, we had quite a bit of journey right from open source until where we are in terms of ingesting terabytes of data into a system, and every inch of data, every bit of data is production, and then it's very, very important to us. In terms of core Elastic products, observability is taking the basic chunk of our requirement, observability, monitoring, and then machine learning to some part. We're just exploring that. So automation definitely helps reduce the effort of time and money that an individual has to put in figuring out what an application is doing versus system taking care of by itself. And then SIM, we had a lot of security events ingested to our security cluster. So we're trying to make use of a suite with multiple use cases. And as of now, these are the 4 pillars that are ingesting data to Elastic. We did use professional services, and that was the best part of engaging with Elastic. So as I said, right, we started off with a POC or an open source, and then things were not architected the way they're supposed to be because we had the tiniest experience of dealing with things. Having a professional engagement definitely helped us. In terms of value that we got from Elastic, so visibility of data. So we know that data is already there across places even before Elastic, but not in a place where it could help us take decisions. So let it be anyone in enterprise, right, from a store end user or an IT engineer or IT director or a manager or any of the chain. So making meaningful dashboards out of the data is what differently stands out after Elastic entered AutoZone. We are one step ahead of the customer, making sure that before they call us, we know what to fix if at all something has to go wrong. When you are using Elastic from a business perspective, it always is good to have a real sense of what market is headed, and then making sure you take those scenarios and apply it to yourself or your businesses and make sure you make best value out of the tool all the time.